Do you ever just get stuck in that downward cycle where you just can't get out of? You can't shake. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not eating well. Maybe you're not putting your best pair of clothes on because you just don't feel like you're worth it. Well, I want to show you how to gain that confidence back, how to take back your self-esteem, and rewire your head to think differently about yourself. So we need to get out of that downward spiral that we keep going in. That low self-esteem that tells us we are not worth it. We are not worth wearing this nice clothing. We are not worth going to the gym. We need to reprogram our brains because we're probably eating poorly. We don't have proper hygiene. We're binge drinking, maybe doing drugs. We all have control of this. We just have to put in some work and think a little differently here. And this resonates so deeply to me because when I was in my addiction, I didn't care about anything but escaping myself. So that meant internally that I did not love myself. I was binge drinking, putting poison into my body constantly. I didn't care what I ate, so I made poor decisions on what I was fueling my body with. Never would go to the gym. Luckily, that didn't last for too long. I hit my rock bottom. I got help. Obviously, my life looks a lot different now. And guys, this is not a fast process here. This takes time. And especially if we have trained our brain otherwise to believe other things, it's going to take time to rewire our brain here. But we need to start taking care of ourselves. If your room is a mess, start with cleaning it and organizing. If you lack proper hygiene, take a shower, shave, maybe get a haircut. The way you present yourself, it goes a long way with that confidence. If you're eating really poorly, junk food, binging on junk food, really try and make mindful decisions here to eat better. There's so much science and research that says how our gut health affects our mental health as well. And if we're struggling with drug addiction, alcohol addiction, there is help out there. Tons of help, resources around. So if you find that you can't stop, please get help and know that you are worth it. And we still are going to have uncomfortable thoughts here. We're still going to have those thoughts of doubt that tell us that we're not worthless, we're not worthy of any of these things, but that's a lie. We have to wake up and tell ourselves that we are worthy of a good life and we can do good for others. When I wake up stating that first thing in the morning, I believe it because I keep repeating this over and over and over to where my brain actually believes this now. The more we repeat something, the more our brains will be like, hey, this is true, and I know this to be true because X, Y, and Z. So keep repeating what you want to believe, and don't feed your brain negative, unworthy thoughts. So we're going to want to repeat positive affirmations in our heads. This is going to take some time, guys, probably about 3 months of doing this. We're going to really start to notice our self-confidence going to boost, our self-esteem. And I want to tell you that I was probably the worst out there as far as self-esteem goes. I had none, zero, when I got sober. I even really saw no point of getting sober because I just felt like such a bad person for everything that I had done. But really, little by little, I was able to, pick up my pieces, grow my self-esteem, do some self-esteemable actions that made me feel better as a person. I gave my time more to those who needed it. I sponsored others in the program. And really, I've been able to just go from a person of such self-doubt and insecurities to where I am now, which is not perfect, but it's a long ways away from where I started. and I will take that any day. So I promise if you just practice this, guys, it's going to take some months to retrain our bad thoughts. As soon as we get it, brush it out, say that's a lie, and retrain it with something that we want our brain to actually believe, and it will work over time. Anyways, I'm glad that you joined today.